Precita Eyes Muralist Association, Inc. was established in 1977. It was founded by Susan Cervantes and Luis Cervantes with other artists in San Francisco's Mission District. It began as an inner-city nonprofit community-based organization for mural arts. Precita Eyes muralists have played an integral role in the city's cultural heritage and arts education to enrich and transform urban environments and educate communities locally and internationally about the process and the history of public community mural art. Maintaining a deep commitment to collaborating with the various communities, Precita Eyes' dedication to collaboration guarantees that creative work produced is accessible both physically, conceptually, to the people whose lives it impacts.
Them, and this space is precious, and I'm very, very honored to tell you the story of how we kept it.
We got this space in 1980.
In 1980.
And we still have it, and it's really a miracle that we still continue to have it, because it was threatened about 3 or 4 years ago. It was on the market, and it was really heartbreaking to know that it was put on the market by the original owners. We were like trying to gather resources and community to help save the space, not only for Precita Eyes, but for all of our tenants. There's 3 other tenants here, 3 other units besides our storefront that were threatened as well, and their homes that they've been in for 30 years or more they were threatened to be displaced as well. So we all came together to fight the eviction.
Okay.
And so we got community people, our family and friends, to donate money, to give loans. We got people from the community as well who helped us to put down the down payment. But it was a long process because we had to struggle even to get considered. There was a threat that there was many other buyers in front of us, like we were the 7th that the owner would even consider, and they really didn't know what it meant to have community, like buy property and that kind of thing. So it was this real struggle at the beginning, and we did a lot of community action in front of the center to let the potential buyers know that this is a real space, it's real people. We don't want them to buy this building because it would displace all of us that's been here for 30, 40 years. And to make a long story short, in the struggle, we succeeded. It was a miracle that we were able to raise enough money to put a down payment on this building. That's what our responsibility was. And then many of it was done in loans. We did a fundraiser at 1 a.m. The First Amendment Gallery did a big, huge fundraiser for us. Many of our community did many other fundraisers to collect money for this purpose. Our family and friends donated money as loans, and in the process, they were paid back with a 5% interest at the end of the year, which was really great. Everyone was paid back for the contributions that they had made, because by that time then the city subsidies kicked in. It was I have to give some credit to the Mission Economic Development Association, who was the one who sort of helped us to strategize and to make this all happen, and just told us what we had to do to make it happen, and we just followed their direction, and it all came out to benefit us and to keep our home and to stay here and still at an affordable rent. Our rent was very small. It was not increased hardly at all, and that was the whole purpose of it, was to keep us in place and keep it affordable, as well as the other tenants that are in the building. And so this is so important to us. I was really happy that we could do that because I was evicted from my home 15 years ago, which is 1 block down the street from here, and I didn't have any help at all to save our space at that time. So this was a real fight for me because I didn't want to see us evicted again from our place on Precita.
Great.
And so this is now we are celebrating our claim of this cultural space. The owners agreed to have a mural on the whole building that celebrates our legacy and celebrates our community. And so we had a workshop with youth, with our residents, with our artists, our staff, and board members, and more than 20 people that contributed to the design of this new mural. And I think it looks really, really good. People are really excited about it. We're going to have a community painting on August the 8th. In the meantime, we're going to have our 24th annual Urban Youth Arts Festival, which is going to be on Saturday, and it's going to be online, and it's going to be the first time that we've done this online. We have many other partners and artists from all over the world that are going to be contributing over a 2-day period.
Okay, so right now we're standing in front of 348 Precita on Precita Park, and there's scaffolding that's gone up on this building now, and a mural is going to be painted here in the next weekend. And the intention of the mural is to document some of the history of Precita Park and of this neighborhood, and specifically to call attention to the win that is this building. This building has taught so many people art, so many young people, so many toddlers, so many teenagers, so many people have come into this building to take art classes in a city where we all live in a really cramped place. This place has been a place that we can get paint on the floor, and we can let our kids go crazy with glitter without having to permanently damage our own apartments and jeopardize our leases. So this space has allowed generations of young people since the 70s to be able to have a creative space. And so this mural is going to document some of the struggles to maintain this building and to keep it. The building was almost sold. It was on the market, and I was working, teaching a class when I showed up one night, and there was a for sale sign in the building, and my heart exploded. I was like, I've already been evicted from my own family's home. So many of us have been evicted from where we personally live, and this building has been almost like a home to the community. And so seeing a for sale sign on this building was like, it was like the last straw. There was like no way I was going to allow this building to be lost after so much has been lost on this park. The original families that lived here have all been evicted. There's not one family left on this park since gentrification. So gentrification has taken every single house here and flipped it and sent families to different parts of the Bay Area or outside. And so a lot of people consider this building to be like a spiritual home or an artistic home for our community. So the real estate agents asked us to open the building for their open houses and allow them to come in with real estate speculators to look at appraise the space and try to find a buyer. And so instead of just lying down and taking it, we mobilized the biggest asset that we have, which is our youth. And so we had young people invited for free to come to art classes here inside of the space during the open houses, where the real estate agents intended to walk in and take measurements of this space in order to purchase it. I talked to most of them that came in, and I tried to be nice and say, this is what value this space has to us right now, and asked them what they intended to do with the space. And 2 of them told me they wanted to put coffee shops here. A couple of them said that they were interested in putting up a restaurant or in a high-end restaurant. And I communicated to them that this community already has 2 coffee shops on either corner of this park, but we don't have spaces for young people to make art. And so I advocated for us to be able to keep this building or maybe be the tenants of, if they bought it, if they would continue to allow us to lease the space at a discount or at a low rate. And all of them said that would not be possible because they intended to flip it and make a profit. And this art organization would not necessarily bring them the profit that would have them investing in buying a multi-million or $1 million building. So 7 of them made a bid on the space, and luckily they all fell away for one reason or another and are no longer here in the running. And so Precita Eyes was able to purchase the building that they had been a tenant in for over 30 years. And the tenants who live upstairs have all contributed to the purchase of the building and are now part owners. So this is now a co-op that is owned by a nonprofit on the first floor and tenants on the second floor. It's being renovated right now, and the building will remain in the hands of the community. So I think this is one of the wins that we've made in gentrification amongst thousands of losses. And there's no way that I can document every single family that has been evicted from this park, but I am very honored to be able to tell you guys the story today of one place that we won. And the way that we won was by collectively not giving up and dedicating ourselves to preserving space that is valuable to our community, not just as a space that can be profited from rent,